Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another casted game on the public update preview for Season 5. And boy, oh boy, do we have some crazy casted games for you coming up, because we've got a brand new unit in the Abbasid dynasty. It's a pretty crazy one. But spawning in on the right-hand side of the map here, in the color purple, it's Salami, playing as the French. A civilization which hasn't had that many changes. It's had a couple late-game changes, especially around trade. They've got some cool trade upgrade. It's basically like enclosures, but on traders. It's kind of crazy. But anyway, Salami going to be spawning in here on the French. And his opponent today is going to be Fei-chan, spawning up on the left-hand side of the map. And she's going to be playing as the Abbasid dynasty. This civilization has had a brand new unit, the Ghulam. I wonder if we'll be seeing that today. I hope we do. I mean, I'll be very surprised if we don't, because I mean, why else would you be playing the pup, right? But yeah, Salami, French, Fei, Abbasid. Now this is usually a favored matchup for the Abbasid, though that's sort of changed a little bit ever since the French have been buffed a little bit with their town center speeds. They can go 2 TC versus the 3 TC of Abbasid, and they tend to stay up, they stay a lot closer to the vill count of the Abbasid now. So we'll have to see how this one does for Salami, especially with the Ghulams from the Abbasid. We're gonna have to see how they change things up, because they're definitely an interesting unit. It's kind of hard to tell if they're better than a Men-at-Arm, because they're so different, right? Well, they're not so different, but they're similar. But they also had so many little changes to it, right? Like the attack speed, the double attack that they have, the health, the cost. So it's kind of hard to gauge where they're at the moment, but I'm sure we'll get there eventually. But Fei-chan is going to be dropping down that House of Wisdom. Let's see what she's going to be aging up with. Is it going to be the economic wing? Let's see. Okay. It's going to be the culture wing. Okay, so this is a build that I was theorizing, okay? Culture wing into eco wing. Not eco wing, military wing. Culture wing into military wing. You get boot camp, and then you got a ton of golems. I mean, it works, right? It's worked in the past, but now you got a better unit. You got the golem, you got the culture wing to give the decreased price in upgrade. You got boot camp then as well. The golems have a faster movement speed now as well. It's been upgraded from 1.12 to 1.19. So it's not the biggest. It's not the biggest change, but they're gonna be able to get to the enemy base a lot faster. You're gonna have boot camp. You're gonna have the decreased age up. We're gonna have to see how it does. I think that's what Fei-chan's got planned here. I'd be very surprised if it's anything else, because I mean, we don't often see culture wing otherwise. It's usually a fast castle build. But Salami, what are you doing over here, mate? What is going on? Chamber of Commerce? I mean, trade has been reworked. So, and for the French, it gets even better in the late game. We're going to have to see how Salami looks to utilize this trade. Because now trade gives you gold every trip. Not just like there and back. That used to give you 1. It now gives half for every trip. So if you bring a trader from here over to this market, you'll get like 70 gold. And then you bring it back here, you'll get another 70 gold. And then you bring it back here, you get another 70 gold. So before it used to be from here to here, and then you bring it all the way back and you get 140. So it's a way they've solved the trade trick. It's certainly not the best fix, but it'll do. It's better than the trade trick. So I'm pretty happy about that. Salami already got his traders in the queue, as he has got some of his upgrades. Forestry going to be one of them there, as well as wheelbarrow he's about to have in. I'm sure he'll be grabbing all of his upgrades from the buildings as well. Horticulture, specialized pick, and double broadaxe. We see here Fei-chan going to be grabbing preservation of knowledge. She's also going to be dropping down a barracks now. Interesting. So it looks like she wants to get out a couple spears, maybe. I mean, Salami went up with the Chamber of Commerce, so no early knights for him. Well, he still has access to it, but they're not going to be coming out as early, because he would need to drop down a stable, which he's going to be doing, but we see how delayed this is compared to a School of Cavalry build, right? By now, you'd already have a knight on the way to Fei Chan's base. But barracks is up. It's going to be useful anyway for the Ghulams, so we can see their little profile picture. We can actually see what they do. So, they cost 120 food, 30 gold, so that's a little bit more than a man-at-arm. It's 10 more gold, 20 more food. But we see high armor, high attack damage on charge. That's new right there. Actually, is it new? That might not be new. But basically, this unit does more damage in its first little attacks because it's got a double attack, right? So, but we do see Fei Chan is going to be going for the fast castle here. Going to be getting out a spearman. Salami is going to have that knight on the way, so definitely smart. You may even want to get you probably can just stick with the 2, to be honest, because then you can always garrison some vills for some TC fire as well if the knight's in here. Probably not. Yeah, it's probably worth the upgrade. I mean, you got preservation of knowledge in as well, so it's really like, you know, 40 resources for that upgrade. Definitely worth grabbing. Salami's also out here on the shoreline fish as well. We are on the map of marshlands. That means there's quite a bit of water just dotted around the place, which Salami's making to look use of. Gonna be dropping down a barracks here. Bit of a odd positioning on the barracks there, Salami. I'm not exactly sure what that's about, but dropping down another stable with that as well. Knight gonna be running in. 2 pikes are out. 2 spearmen. Not sure why I'm calling them pikes today, but that's what I'm gonna be going with. Let me see here. The brace. Okay. No upgrade in for these spears, but they're going to be chasing down the knight. We see TC5 going to be helping out a little bit there as well. And now Faye is going to be aging up with the military wing. So this is what I was theorizing, right? Because you get the 2 camel riders with this as well. So that's going to be debuffs to all of Salami's knights. Then you just pump out the Ghulams. And we see 2 more barracks is going to get dropped down. I think this build has a lot of potential. You also want to grab a boot camp. It's relatively cheap. For a plus 15%, I think it's definitely worth grabbing. Salami trying to get some charges off onto the villagers here. But 2 spears should be enough. In saying that, though, yeah, Town Sense Fire is going to have to get involved here. Those 2 spears do go down. The 3rd one comes out. Pike's coming out of Salami now as well. Kind of an interesting choice. I feel like the Ghulam is going to be doing pretty well up against what Salami's got here. Knight. They get picked off. Actually, the scout's going to get picked off there. Oh, almost. Down to 6 HP right there. 40 seconds away from the age up coming through. Pretty good timing here. Could have been a little bit better if you didn't go with the spearman. But then obviously the knights would cause you a lot of troubles. But we see here the trade for Salami really starting to pick up now. How much trade does he get? We can't see. I forgot. We can't. It doesn't actually say how much trade he gets. So we're gonna have to wait till one gets dropped off. Let's see. Exactly 70. Wow. My prediction was on point. Well, there you go. I'm kind of surprised I got that bang on. Exactly 70 gold. That's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. But anyway, Fei Chan does now age up. The 2 camel riders are here. But Salami's got spears. He's going to be able to deal with them. But now we've got the Ghulams on the way. How long did they take to train? 22 seconds. Okay. I believe that's the same as a men-at-arm. Let's take a look. Yeah, it is the same as a men-at-arm. The spear's going to be running in here. Ghulams are out. Unfortunately, I can't zoom in. There's a bit of a bug in the caster UI at the moment where you can't zoom in or out, which is just a little bit annoying. Don't want to take a closer look at the unit. I think it's had a little shield upgrade and a little sword upgrade. That's about it. But they're going to be running towards the base of Salami now. I'm sure they're going to be running towards that trade line. And Faye, she has a blacksmith down, sorry. Going to be grabbing the +1 attack before the defense. Kind of interesting. Not something we see every day. Usually we see the Iron Undermesh coming in first. The Ghulams are going to be running towards Salami's trade here. Definitely a smart move. It looks like Salami, he's out of fish. Going to be running these guys over to the deer. They're going to get caught off by these men-at-arms. More of them are on the way. And we see here, Faye is also going to be grabbing boot camp. So these guys are going to be super, super tanky. They have even more health than a man-at-arm. I think it's an extra like 30 HP on these guys. So yeah, these are tanky. These are tanky. But they do obviously cost a little bit more. More golems are on the way. Looks like Faye's struggling a little bit on the food. He's also on the stone, so he's looking to go for a second town center behind this. Definitely a smart move. Camel Riders getting in on the trade here. Salami does get the last couple bits of drop off, so an extra 140 gold right there. But this trade is certainly bringing in Salami a lot of gold. But no trade trick for him. And we see here, golems. They're going to get caught off by the Royal Knights here. Not a whole lot of damage coming through right there. But more reinforcements coming through. 6 of them should be enough to deal with the 3 Royal Knights. And these are still age 2 as well. We've got 2 more coming in. Probably want to keep keep your Camel Riders with these guys as well to give the debuff, right? The -2. Actually, I think it's -3 on the Royal Knights. Salami's trade under a lot of pressure right now. More and more traders going down. Looks like Salami has actually built a few of them as well. He hasn't got all of these from just the free upgrades. Archers also coming out Salami. Not going to be a great damage dealer against these golems. Wait. Taking a bit of a fight here. This is where you'd really want that Camel Rider in here. Like, you don't want it fighting, but you just want it here giving the debuff. Because the Knights right now are the damage dealers. Giving a debuff to these guys would be huge. But Faye is still going to be easily winning that fight. And Salami, he's looking under a lot of pressure right now. His trade's been completely shut down. Faye's got a second town center down now. So going to be increasing her economic count. Going to be able to catch up with Salami pretty quickly here. And Salami's got a load of trade still. So you got to take that away from his economy because it's not currently working. Salami being completely pushed off the wood line as well. Not looking in a good state here whatsoever. Do we have more golems on the way? No, we don't, but we've got spears on the way now. Looks like Salami has managed to get back to work. The golem's going to be making their way over to the Chamber of Commerce here. Faye's going to be feeling pretty good about her position. She's got a 3rd town center coming down now. We don't even have the economic wing for the Fertile Crescent. But I mean, this build is feeling pretty strong, I'll be honest. Like, Salami's not in a great position right now. We got... Okay, good game gets called. Salami just taps out like that. The trade build, unfortunately for him, does not work out. And the fast castle into golems is looking pretty damn strong for the Abbasid dynasty. Well, if you did enjoy this game, please do feel free to leave a like. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.